for a moment, but it was a movie that made little people big names. Two of the surviving 8 Munchkins live right here in the valley, and I was able to bring them together in this next story.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, the Wizard of a Wiz, if ever a Wiz there was.
It's been 70 years since Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, and 124 Munchkins were off to see the wizard. Only 8 Munchkins are still alive, and would you believe 2 of them live right here in the valley?
Oh, I love it. We're following.
Margaret Pellegrini lives in Glendale, has for 45 years. Ruth Ducini lives in Surprise, and I got a chance to spend time with both of them.
I was one of the sleepyheads up in the nest. Wake up, you sleepyhead, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Well, when they say that, we'd have to raise up out of the nest. And this was taken now.
Margaret is 84 years old, and she knows her place in movie history and plays the part to perfection.
And everybody will come up and they say, "Could I have your autograph? I want it for my grandchild." They don't want it for themselves, their grandchild. They want it for themselves. To Margaret from your pal Judy.
Margaret's collection of Oz memorabilia is staggering. Autographed photos of Judy Garland.
Well, Judy Garland was only 16 years old. She was a typical teenager. She used to sit on the yellow brick road, and we would too. And she was excited for working with us like we were excited working with her.
Also in the collection, photos with the cast, isolated photos of her as the flower pot girl. Of course, what collection would be complete without the red slippers? And how proud the ladies must be that they have received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But my favorite, this black and white moment when the Munchkins were coming back to the studio after lunch, crossing the street with the traffic cop as a reminder of why they called them the little people.
Every one of us was all dressed up to go to work.
And a little Oz trivia. How old do you think that the Good Witch of the West was when the movie was shot? I guessed in her early 20s. Margaret corrected me.
55. That's what makeup can do for you.
Next year marks the 70th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. It is the most watched movie in movie history. Over 1 billion people have watched this classic. I asked Ruth why it continues to be successful 70 years later.
I don't know. People love that movie. Well, the whole family can go and sit down and watch it. And the characters, the people that they picked for the parts were so good.
And Margaret, who was 15 when the movie was made in 1939, had no idea how big this movie was going to be.
No, I did not. Even today, people say, "You're a movie star," or "You're a star," or "Oh, let me touch you." Well, I have to pinch myself because I don't think I'm no different than nobody else. Just because I was in a movie doesn't mean that, you know, I'm any different. I'm still human.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
I wasn't about to let this opportunity get away from me. I broke out my guitar and took a chance on this Wizard of Oz classic.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Thanks for letting me sing it.
God bless him. Can you believe it's been 70 years? Quick fact, The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind were directed by the same man in the same year, Victor Fleming, 1939. And Margaret, well, she's pretty busy next year, booked almost every weekend at an Oz 70th anniversary celebration or a festival. She's very much in demand. I want to thank Rick Bogrand for shooting and editing that story for me. He's from our sports department, too.
Yeah, great piece.
Yeah, I got to tell you a real quick, funny story. I said to Margaret, I didn't know the camera was rolling, and I said, "Margaret, I got to tell you," I said, "I've interviewed kings and presidents and the highest profiled athletes in the world, but I've never been more excited than I was to knowing I was going to interview you today." And she goes, "You know, I shouldn't tell you this, Mike, but I lost sleep last night knowing I was going to meet Mike Chamberlain."
Wow.
How self-serving is that? But it's a cute little
have
story.
A little fan. And she applauded you after hearing Judy Garland sing that song.
God bless him. I just love him to death.
Version.
Yeah.
Good job.
All
Thanks very much. We want to show you some what has to be the best video of the day for sure. Our photojournalist Sean Gates was on a